to the Chicken Squawk Talk podcast. I'm Noel.
I'm John.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, we're very glad you can be here today. We're just going to jump on into the questions if you're good with that.
Go ahead.
All right, so the first one that we've all come up with these as a class, and so the first one that we want to ask you is, which one do you think came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken.
Any reason or just because?
Because God created all the little creatures.
I gotcha, it's a good
Solid
answer.
reasoning. Solid reasoning.
Good stuff. Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
How far you want me to go back?
As far as you'd like.
Oh, okay. Well, I am 57 years old. I have two boys, grown boys. One's a police officer and one is at home with us. I come from a small county down towards eastern Kentucky, Clay County, farming life. And almost 36 years ago, Robbie and I moved to Lexington to start our life with his father. So we continue to stay here.
That's interesting.
Alrighty. So what does your daily routine look like now that you've in Lexington?
Oh, goodness. Starts at 5 a.m. and I live at work because we have a home on the farm. So we're continuously doing stuff all day long. And at 7 we start, and it can consist of going in and planting a tree, painting the walls, working with the horses. It's just numerous different things all during the day. Nothing's ever set in stone what I'm going to do from one time to the other. So it's a learning experience.
Alrighty. And what's your farm called?
Juddmonte Farms. We're a thoroughbred horse racing farm.
Alrighty. And so when and where did your agricultural career / experience first start?
Actually, it started when we were at home because Mom and Dad had 6 of us kids at the time. And so they chose farming life for us to keep us busy and keep us out of trouble. So technically, ever since I was small.
From the get-go, you just been farming?
From the get-go, Mom would do farming and stuff with us during the day while Dad worked in the coal mine.
Alrighty. And so from since when you were little to Juddmonte now, what has been your favorite agricultural memory?
My favorite when I was smaller was on the weekends we would work as a family all together when Mom and Dad was with us. And actually we had our land on our property, and we also leased out our great-grandmother's property, and we would go from one place to the other. And I think my favorite one was Dad made a wagon, and we would all ride in the back of the wagon going and, gathering all the beans and tomatoes and potatoes and stuff like that, and gather them up. And we never sold any, we just gave them all away, but Dad just, used that as a learning experience for us.
Well, that's very generous and very interesting.
We never sold anything. It was just all given away.
Now I'm going to start asking some questions now. Why are you involved in the agriculture industry?
I'm a very outdoorsy person. I don't do well sitting inside the office. I got to keep going. I guess it was just something that I was brought up to. And I love my plants. And I love learning how I can transplant them and, and grow them from one year to the other. And other than, learning which trees to be planted here and which trees to be planted there. And it's just, I love being outside and outdoor things.
All right. How have you seen your work in the agriculture industry take form in your community?
On the farm, I love looking out and seeing and remembering who I was with at the time. That little project around this house was done, the project around that barn was done, or just out mowing grass. I can look back and see and reflect back with people I was with. And a lot of people that I started out with here have gone, some have passed away, and it's just fun memories of seeing everything like that.
Mm-hmm. So So speaking of those little projects that you said you did a lot, what skills has your job taught you that you can apply or have applied outside of agriculture?
The most one was my favorite plant is the hostas. Noel's got pictures of my hostas I have from my backyard and stuff. I did not know you can literally take those things and chop them in half and transplant them and they would grow again. And I think that was the best learning thing I've ever had.
That's good. Also, as young agriculturalists here, how do you advise that we take opportunities in the agricultural industry?
I would advise every young person to learn to live off the land, grow vegetables, learn to do, a tree, because you never know when you're going to be on your own and you have to do something like that. And to me, living off the land it's just the experience itself.
That's good. Also, taking into consideration what you have learned for your roles in agriculture, where do you see yourself in relation to agriculture in the next 5 to 10 years or so?
As of right now, in 9 years, we will be retired. My husband and I will be retired, and all of my plants I have at home, I will be transplanting those to our home that we're going to be living in. So that's going to be experience itself, transplanting all of those big hostas in my healthy years.
Do you think once you retire, you'll still have something to do with the horse industry, or just more or less now just enjoy the horses as opposed to working with them now?
Probably just enjoying them more. Because I get more enjoyment out of not having to work around them.
I feel that.
Yeah, agreed.
Do you think in the upcoming year in the next derby that you all will have some horses in it? Because I know there was one in it last year.
In the Derby?
Yes, ma'am.
Probably not. Right now we're at standstill because our big horse, Airgate, passed away. So we're kind of at a standstill right now trying to find one. And then we're working on one. We got one prospect of it, but we're not really for sure yet.
All right, that's very interesting. That's really all the questions we have for you. Is there any other thing you'd like to ask us, or anything you'd like to tell our class about what you do?
More or less, just get out, enjoy life. Just endure everything there is, learn everything you can. And gardening is not as bad, if agriculture is not as bad as people think. Yeah, you're going to get dirty, you're going to get muddy, your fingernails are going to get dirty, but enjoy life. Learn the experience of it.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
agreed.
Well, thank you so much for being on our Chicken Squat
Yes,
Talk
thank you.
podcast. We're very grateful for you.
Thank you very much for asking me. I hope I helped you out.
Yes, ma'am, you sure
Yes,
did.
you did.
Okay.
All right, you have a wonderful day, Miss Darlene.
Okay, thank
Yes, have a
you.
Thank
wonderful
you.
day.
See y'all later.
Bye.
See ya.